I'm your host, Janice Matui, and this is A Sit at the Table. A Sit at the Table delves into the intricacies of professional skills and emotional intelligence, offering insights on how you can thrive in the present and ensure long-term relevance. Serving as a gateway to mastering today's evolving professional and business landscape, our focus is to equip audiences with the necessary tools that ensure they thrive in the present, but also secure enduring relevance in the future. So join us, like and subscribe, A Sit at the Table, only on YouTube.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Mrs. Mpunga Chipepo-Simukwai. I'm a public relations and communications strategist with over 15 years work experience. And then also I am a founder and chief executive officer of Awanachi Women's Lifestyle Magazine. Currently, in my full-time job, I head the Public Relations and Communications Department in the National Water Supply and Sanitation Council, where we regulate the provision of water supply and sanitation services in Zambia. Okay, so the name Awanachi actually means women. We like to have Awanachi symbolize the strength of a woman. Now, in terms of the birth of Awanachi, I would like to share just my own story that is closely tied to the name Awanachi. I lost my father as a teenager at a time when I was getting ready to get into university. And having a mom who was working as a nurse meant that our lives changed completely. Our whole world came crashing. I saw and experienced firsthand how a mother, a widow that has been left with young children, would do everything within her power to fend for her children and to see them grow up into the people that they later on become, the successful people that they later on become. Having experienced that, I knew from very early on that I would like to create an opportunity or a platform where different women could be celebrated in their successes. And you know, success cannot be defined in a general sense. I honestly think that success has a lot to do with finding your God-given purpose and running with that purpose. So I, like I mentioned earlier on, decided that I would work and thrive towards ensuring that I would create a platform through which women could be celebrated, through women's a platform through which women's voices could be amplified, but not just women, the girls as well, to show them the stories of our ordinary and yet successful women, sharing their stories and reminding the younger generation that they too can become, and hence the story of Awanachi. The print media was something new for me, and I greatly attribute the birth of Awanachi to, first of all, God. I honestly believe that Awanachi is a product of faith, but then also to the influence of mentorship. I have had the opportunity of getting connected to very powerful mentors, the likes of Mizinga Melu, who were able to see that, look, you do all this work around television, but I believe you could use this talent, this skill that you have to come up with a magazine. So in terms of the challenges, primarily I think has been selling the vision in terms of you sharing where you want to go with this publication, because obviously you are selling something that is somewhat new, because currently we are the only Zambian women's lifestyle magazine on the market. So it's been sharing that vision, selling our unique selling point as well, showcasing what we really are as Awanachi, and then and then as well as getting our brand out there. It's been an ongoing process. We are celebrating our second year and getting on to our 7th edition. It's truly been an interesting journey. The challenges have been there. But secondly, also, I think it's finding your voice in that space where media is big now. Everybody is talking, content is going out there. But then again, what is your unique selling point? So we continue to work towards that. But our why I must emphasize, our why has kept us going. And we know by the grace of God that we're still here for a long time to come. I live by the mantra that there's no growth in your comfort zone. I would even like to extend it that growth and comfort never sit on the same table. So I'm constantly challenging myself. How can I be better than I was yesterday? I look to a lot of women for inspiration, the likes of Janice Matwi, an amazing lady. I look to women like that and learn from them. I know that no matter what I do, I can never be a Janice, because you know what? The world needs a Janice. The world needs a Mpunga. The world needs a Mary out there, and together we can make a difference in the world. So like for me, I always want to be better than I was yesterday. I always like to see how can I be better at this. So I'm my own competition. I never settle. I'm always saying, okay, this is beginning to feel comfortable. What do I need to do to move from this level? So it's always getting into that mindset of always wanting to grow, always wanting to learn new things, because I believe we are lifelong learners. Somebody once said that at every point in your life, you're either growing or you are dying. So choose which one you want to be. So I'm always constantly reminding myself to grow. In terms of leadership style, I like to describe myself as an inspirational leader. I do realize that a lot of the people that we may find ourselves leading will most likely require inspiration, to be reminded of the great gifts that they have, to be reminded that they can do so much more. And then sometimes my leadership style will be situational. There are times when I lead from the front. You want your team to buy into the vision where you want to go. Sometimes you lead side by side. You show them how it is done. They see how you do it. But then sometimes you have to lead from the back. What does leading from the back means? For me, it is getting to the point where you are now guiding your team to say, we have shown the way in terms of how it should be done. Now let's all get together and keep moving. So leadership, I believe, is situational. There's no hard and fast rule. You have to adapt to the situation as a leader. I think the inspirational leadership is key to the journey that we have walked. I believe in building a team that can see into your vision and push you through it. I'm a strong believer in having a strong support system. I don't believe in being a superwoman. I don't believe in doing everything by myself. I always believe that there's strength in numbers, there's strength in different skills and skill sets coming together and supporting a vision. So that visionary leadership, the inspirational leadership, I think also I'm very focused. When I make up my mind to say, this is where we are going, I think I've learned a lot of lessons in my corporate space, having worked in the PR and media space, and then also even on my entrepreneurial journey. And then also I'm learning to be me, let the team know who Mpunga is, what our expectations are, and how we can blend together towards a common vision. So for me, it's about sharing the narrative, changing the narrative for the generations coming behind me, to find Awanachi and know that this is a space where we can share our stories, we can shape the lives of the younger girls that are coming behind us. I honestly believe we need a lot of role models in our country. We need our girls in the rural areas to see the women that are doing so much and be reminded that, look, this is a woman just like me. They've had challenges, but there they are, to remind the younger generation that they too can become. So that would be the legacy, to remind them that they too can become whatever they want to become if they put their minds to it, if they have the faith, if they have the determination and the resilience as well. So I listen more. I think a lot of podcasts now, there's YouTube, there's so much content you can get out of there. A lot of listening in and on LinkedIn as well. But in terms of books, I would particularly highlight a book that is called Strength Finder. I literally stumbled across that book at a time in my life, maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, where I was in this space where I think I was just going through a phase where I was beginning to focus more on, oh, I'm not good at that, I'm not good at that. But that book was a game changer for me, and I'd like to encourage us to read that book. What does it talk about? It talks about you celebrating your strengths. Half the time we go through life working towards fixing our weaknesses. I need to be good at this. I need to be good at photography. What if I'm not good at photography, but I'm good at script writing? What if I'm not good at script writing, but I'm good at editing? What if I'm good in something else? I think the world would definitely be a better place if we all focused on celebrating our strengths. So definitely the Strength Finder was a key book. But before I even get to the Strength Finder, I think for me it's the Bible. They call it the basic instructions before leaving earth. That's the Bible, that's the book that I read every day for inspiration, for direction, for just wanting to hear what God would like for me to do at a particular time.